Hello everyone, I'm Nimari Octaviana Devitasari from RH class with the number of NPM 2023 12500 Today, I will be presenting a brief explanation about absolute construction, a grammatical structure that often appears in academic and descriptive writing. Before we look at the slides, I'd like to give a short overview so we can understand the topic clearly. An absolute construction is a structure made of a noun or pronoun followed by a participle, an adjective, or another modifier. What makes it different from other grammatical forms is that it does not function as the subject or the verb of the main clause. Instead, it stands independently and provides additional information about the situation or background of the main action in the sentence. We usually find absolute construction at the beginning or at the end of a sentence, separated by comma. And even we remove them, the main clause remains complete and meaningful. This makes absolute construction useful for adding detail in a concise and elegant way without making the sentence overly long or complex. Writers often use this structure to show cause, time, or a specific condition. It is very common in academic texts and narrative texts because it helps the writer to express ideas more smoothly. For example, instead of using longer clauses like because or when, an absolute construction allows the same idea to be expressed more efficiently. Understanding absolute construction is helpful because it is improve both reading and writing skills. When we recognize this structure, we can read complex sentences more easily. And if we use it in our own writing, our sentence can sound more polished and sophisticated. Okay, so that is a short introduction to the topic. Now I will continue to the definition and function and the examples in the next slide. Move to the next slide. First thing first, we're gonna explain the explanation. Absolute construction consists of a subject, a non-finite verb, and optional pause modifier. In simpler terms, absolutes look like sentences that are missing a part of the verb phrase. Absolute construction is a very good grammatical device to easily convert two sentences into one. Absolute construction may appear at the beginning of a sentence, when referring to an earlier event, in the middle of a sentence, between a subject or a verb, and at the end of a sentence. They frequently appear in a series or in conjunction with other modifying phrases and clauses. They are generally set off from the sentence with a comma, and if the verb is be, it may be omitted entirely. Next, we're gonna move to the example of absolute construction. Okay, so there are a few sentences that I'm gonna be reading to show you guys the example. First, the train being late, we miss Arabian plane. Then, the new class constructed by contractor. The students of Unindra were very glad. The new building having ended, part of the students moved to that place. Having been moved to the new place, they could be more active. And then the last one, she stood before him humbly with the letter of her recommendation in her hand, without the verb help. Okay, so that is basically the overview, the explanation, and the example of absolute construction. Next, we're gonna move to the exercise. We have 3 exercises to read, and I'm going to start by the exercise 1. Exercise 1. Number 1. His health was regained. He was happy to return to work. His health regained. He was happy to return to work. Number 2, their air conditioner was not working properly again. They decided to buy a new one. Their air conditioner not working properly again. They decided to buy a new one with a comma. His eyes finally opened to her hypocrisy. He wondered how he could ever have been deceived by her wiles. Number 4, the rain began to make everyone uncomfortable. They decided to continue their dinner indoors. The rain beginning to make everyone uncomfortable. They decided to continue their dinner indoors. Number 5, the man began to pour out from the factory. She watched to see which one was her husband. The man beginning to pour out from the factory, she watched to see which one was her husband. Number 6, the judge dismissed the charge against the man. There was no conclusive evidence that he had committed the felony. The charge against the man dismissed. There being no conclusive evidence that he had committed the felony. Number 7, the labor dispute was finally settled. The pilots began to fly the planes again. The labor disputes finally settled. The pilots began to fly the planes again. Number 8, the hotel room was not yet ready. He had to wait until the maid finished cleaning it. The hotel room not yet ready. He had to wait until the maid finished cleaning it. Number 9, the last guest was gone. The exhausted host and hostess went to bed immediately. The last guest gone. The exhausted host and hostess went to bed immediately. Number 10, his eyes burned from the smoke. He felt he could go out again that day. His eyes burning from the smoke. He felt he couldn't go out again that day. Starting from number 1. The interest rate had been lowered. More people began to take out loans from the bank. The interest rate having been lowered, more people began to take out loans from the bank. Number 2, her car had stopped suddenly in the midst of heavy traffic. She became frightened and did not know what to do. Her car having stopped suddenly in the midst of heavy traffic. She became frightened and did not know what to do. Number 3, they had no money left for food. The last of their money had been spent for the rent. The last of their money having been spent for the rent, they had no money left for food. Number 4, their reservation had been moved months in advance. They were annoyed to find that the hotel had no record of it. Their reservation having been moved months in advance. They were annoyed to find that the hotel had no record of it. Number 5, his horse had lost the race. He saw his whole fortune vanish. His horse having lost the race. He saw his whole fortune vanish. Number 6. Classes had been cancelled because of bad weather. The children watched television all day long. Classes have been cancelled because of bad weather. The children watched television all day long. He was able to leave on an early train. His meeting has ended sooner than was expected. His meeting having ended sooner than was expected. He was able to leave on an early train. Number 8. Traffic had been delayed because of an accident. They missed the first half of the play. Traffic having been delayed because of an accident. They missed the first half of the play. Number 9. The children had not had dinner yet. Their mother quickly began to prepare something for them. The children not having dinner yet. Their mother quickly began to prepare something from them. Number 10. The lifeboats had been lowered. The passengers got off the sinking ship. The lifeboats having been lowered, the passengers got off the sinking ship. Now, move to the last exercise, which is exercise 3, starting from number 1. His eyes were wide open in astonishment. The young boy watched his physics teacher magnetize one object after another. His eyes wide open in astonishment. The young boy watched his physics teacher magnetize one object after another. Number 2. The long hot summer was over. They looked forward to some beautiful fall days. The long hot summer over. They looked forward to some beautiful fall days. Number 3. The country was in a state of chaos because of the prolonged war. Many homeless children wandered from village to village in search of food. The country in a state of chaos because of the prolonged war. Many homeless children wandered from village to village in search of food. One was already a famous doctor. She boasted about him to all her friends. Her youngest son, already a famous doctor. She boasted about him to all her friends. Number 5. The rent was in arrears. They were asked to move. The rent in arrears. They were asked to move. Number 6. She had always dreamed of going to a ball looking like a princess. Her hands and neck would be resplendent with diamonds. Her lifelong dream, a vision of going to a ball like a princess. Her hands and neck would be resplendent with diamonds. Number 7. The once powerful man was now a pauper. He lived by himself in a small furnished room. The once powerful man, now a pauper. He lived by himself in a small furnished room. Number 8. His fortune was the largest in the world. He could buy anything but happiness. Number 9. The tourists saw a small boy approaching them. His clothes were almost in rags. His face was pale and emaciated. His clothes almost in rags, and his face pale and emaciated. The tourists saw a small boy approaching them. Okay, so that's all for my presentation. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye. Thank you so much.